I'm here to make inflammatory statements on the internet, and then turn my notifications off.
Oh man, I didn't want to make this video because let's be real here, the UK government, or rather the people advising the government, are out of their minds. This whole censorship ordeal is getting out of hands, and there is no one with a single brain cell in the government to look at all of this and go, yo, we gotta chill the hell out over here.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Like I said, I didn't want to make this video because I need to work on my video game and it is taking me ages to complete it as it is. But here I am writing scripts for videos like this, gathering evidence, downloading videos to put it in my video, and so on. But sometimes the stupidity is so high that you must make a video on it. It becomes your calling. It becomes your social responsibility. So on X today, I saw this post and I can't, bro. I can't even make this funny. I feel like there's a part of me that is slowly decaying on the inside. To the rest of the world, as someone who lives in UK, on behalf of every Brit, we apologize. We apologize what our government is doing to the internet. Well, it's not really our government doing it, on our own, but rather the WEF. I made a video on it before, I think day before yesterday or something. I'll leave a link to it if I remember, but yeah, moving on. So yeah, I saw this post on X. Rachel D'Souza, the Children's Commissioner for England, argues that children should be barred from using virtual private networks, VPN, citing their frequent use to access, adult material. Of course, we need age verification on VPNs. First up, I'm not going to play the clip because I don't want BBC to claim my video, if you know what I mean. But I gotta say, if you ever wanted concrete proof on this whole age verification being a government op to spy and control people, look no further than this. So the idea is that VPNs should have age verification because children might use it, to access adult content. I gotta ask, what 13-year-old knows how to install a VPN? To my dear viewers, have you ever met a 13-year-old that, possessed the knowledge of installing a VPN on their device? Now I know that kids nowadays are more tech savvy than, 10 years ago. But you seriously expect me to believe that a 13-year-old child knows how to search for a free VPN service online? And I will get into more details on this in a minute. But you expect me to believe that a 13-year-old knows how to, search for a free VPN service, install that VPN, and that use that VPN which changes their IP address to another country. You really expect me to believe all of that? Bro, if a 13-year-old kid can do that, then trust me, the whole age verification process is garbage. Because those kids won't necessarily go to big websites, they will go to smaller, more weaker websites with less security and more unregulated content. All because they can no longer access the content that, that was regulated. Another thing which I want to add here is Rachel is talking about age verification on VPNs because, we gotta protect the kids and all.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
So, what kind of data does the Children's Commissioner has that shows children under the age of 16 are using VPNs? I want to see that data. Make it public. I want to see what the sample pool is. Which area were those children chosen from? What devices were being used to access? What kind of household those children are growing up in? All that nonsense. I want to see it. Make it public. And the reason I'm saying this because if they don't have that kind of data, then that means they don't know for sure how many, if there are even children out there using VPNs. And if there are, they don't know how many children are actually this tech savvy. It could be like a small, minute number of children that are using such services. Which means it is indeed turning into government overreach. And it is scary because when you think about it, China's internet is pretty weird as well. I don't want to get into it, just Google it yourself and you will realize just how bad it is. And unfortunately, UK residents are heading towards that right now.
We have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
Honestly, we should have seen that coming from a mile away. Our PM called the Netflix series Adolescence a documentary. More like a mockumentary, but okay.
What?
And also called the series to be shown in schools for free.
What the fuck?
I can't, bro. This is the stupidity is of the highest order. We gotta protect the kids and then vote against the invest, into the can I call it struggle snuggle gang that targeted children? Can I call it that? Because, YouTube? I'm going to hell for this.
Yeah, that's not funny.
And what pissed me off even more is that the guy hosting the interview did no pushback whatsoever. He did not challenge Rachel D'Souza at all. He did not ask for any data from her. He did not ask her if there was any evidence that would back her claim. In fact, it looked like he wanted VPNs to include ID verification. So yeah, BBC doing BBC things. Bro, after I saw that Elon Musk interview, I don't believe BBC at all. Speaking of which, this is why this whole argument is stupid when it comes to ID verification on VPNs. Yes, there are some VPNs out there that are free, but they are not as good as the ones you pay for. The free ones are slow, not to mention you have to search really hard to find a decent one that is also free. So no, I don't even count, the free ones in the list. And the ones that are good, you have to pay for them, which means you have to give them either your bank details or your credit, or debit card details. So in essence, they are getting ID verified. Because you need to be at least 16 to set up direct debits in the UK. And that should be no issue considering we are now allowing young adults aged between 16 and 17 to vote. So yeah, there should be no issue with it. 13-year-olds cannot set up direct debits. Yes, they have children's account. People can set up children's account, but they cannot set up can't speak now. Man, I'm so fuming. But they cannot set up direct debits on that account. And parents are always notified when a transaction takes place on that account. So yeah, this is all so stupid. And it's a shame that BBC or anyone else for that matter did not push back on that idea. Seriously, bro, I can't wait for BBC to run out of money and get sold off or something. And the worst part is UK MPs are using VPNs and are claiming it, as an expense. They are claiming that money back. They ain't even using the free ones. Also, asking for ID verification on VPNs can compromise security of MPs and other government officials that use the service to convey confidential information or access confidential information. There are so many issues with all of this that it doesn't even make sense. But what did you expect from a PM who labels a Netflix series a documentary? Next thing you know, he would call Cowboy Bebop and Resident Evil a masterpiece that deserved a second season.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
Anyways, that's enough from me. Hope you enjoyed my little rant. If you did, please give it a like or dislike. If you didn't, I really do not care. Well, actually, I do care a little bit, It gives my life a little bit of meaning. And consider subscribing if you want to see more videos. Also, this is a big one, check out my Gaming Journal Simulator on Steam, which I am currently working on. Maybe this journalist from BBC should check it out too. Anyways, have a great day, peace out angels, and stay awesome.